My name is Nassine Saabs.
Let me ask you a question. Has anything ever happened to you that you couldn't explain? That made you feel sort of foolish when you tried to tell somebody about it? Well, if it has, you have plenty of company, as you'll soon see.
I don't mean to brag, I don't care, but I want you to know, double vaxxed, booster, flu shot, and I'm gonna be honest, I have the shingle shot too. And I still get my period. What? Yes! Traveled, went to Mexico twice, did shows, meet and greets, never got COVID. Clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously. So nice, so nice.
Born-again Arlene Prowley believed Lee should come clean and confess her
As
sins.
Wuornos was led from Marion County Jail, she gave no indication that she would plead no contest to 3 murder charges, instead talking about dropping her public defenders and hiring private attorney Steve Glazer. But only seconds after being named her attorney, Glazer surprised everyone and told the court that Wuornos wanted to change her plea. With her adoptive mother watching on, the nation's first known serial killer pleaded no contest to killing Dick Humphreys and Troy Burris in Marion County, David Spears in Citrus County. Legally, the no contest plea is viewed as a guilty plea, and because there is no plea agreement, Wuornos still faces the death penalty in each case, an unusual legal prospect that Judge Thomas Sweya was obviously aware of as he carefully questioned Wuornos about her decision.
I have made peace with my Lord, and I have asked forgiveness. I am sorry that my acts of self-defense ended up in court like this, but I take full responsibility for my actions. It was them or me. I am sorry for all the pain that my actions have caused. I am prepared to die if you say it is necessary. But I am not.
By pleading guilty, it appeared that Lee Wuornos was in reality hoping for mercy and forgiveness, but that is not what happened.
I sentence you in case number 91-463 to death for the murder of Troy Burris. Case number 91-304. I sentence you to death for the murder of Charles Humphreys. Case number 91-112, Citrus County case number. I sentence you to death for the murder of David Spears.
Thank you. And probably see, I'll be up in heaven while y'all are rotting in hell.
We will handle that.
If not, form
the Fifth Circuit to handle that.
Okay, there will be an automatic appeal. You have the right to an appeal. Mr. Glazer, is that going to be handled by you or the public defender?
Office.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to handle the appeal. There's one other thing that I want to say that I think needs to be said.
I know I was raped, and you ain't nothing but a bunch of scum.
Therefore, these proceedings are now
Putting
concluded.
somebody who was raped to death, motherfucker!
I play Laura Brennan, and she is a wife and mother when the movie starts. She's a very successful businesswoman. She's ambitious and balancing that work life with that mother life, like many women do. And she's, trying to maintain this really great relationship with the love of her life, somebody she met a little later in life. They got together later. They were great friends and great companions. They're a good fit for each other. So, when she gets torn away from him, he's devastated. And she is too, but they deal with it in 2 totally different ways.
Hey, County 911, what is your emergency?
Hi, the cops came to my house, and I just want to make sure that they're okay because they sent me over to my neighbor's house.
What's your address?
I'm at 110 Green Meadow Lane, and they asked me to hop the fence because they have attack dogs, and I went in, and the little boy and the mom are dead, and so I ran out to scream to them, but then they went in the house, and they haven't come out yet. Are they okay? Have you?
Okay, hold on just a moment.
Monday, June 24th, Chris committed suicide with the support of his pull-down machine.
Chris Benoit found dead in his Atlanta home along with his wife and young son.
Hello, Joseph. Do you really think that at the ECW is the only place that you're going to see action like this? Just tune into your television every Monday night and you'll see plenty of action like this. Yep.
Monday nights, yeah.
Yes, tune in Monday nights. You'll see the action every Monday night. But as a matter of fact, I plan on sticking around here at the ECW. Nobody is going to tell me what to do, woman. Do you understand? I won't go. They'll have to send me off kicking and screaming.
All right, welcome to Grunts and Groans, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say something very unusual. Today, my guest, most of the time I'm interviewing big, sweaty hunks of wrestlers out here, mean guys, rough guys. But today, what I'm going to try to do is talk to, if I possibly can, I'm going to try to communicate with the angel, sometimes known as the fallen angel. Leave me alone, angel. I'm trying to do this show. It's my show. I'll do the talking here. But what I want to know is, I've known Kevin Sullivan. I've known the Purple Haze for a long time, and what is it that makes you believe that Kevin Sullivan is so right about what he is doing?
He tells me so. It's just the way that he says it. It's his body language, you know. You know how it is, Jack.
No, I really don't, because I'm not into Kevin Sullivan's body, and the only thing I'd like to be doing to his body is slamming it on the mat and dropping some elbows on it. Do you know? Does your mama know where you're at is what I want to know. Does your mama care where you're at?
I don't know about that. I take care of myself. My master takes care of me. I don't worry about
Who is your master?
Kevin Sullivan is my master.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Do you understand, young lady? Your daddy, your mom and daddy, don't they care about what you're doing, where you're at?
I don't know. I don't care. I just worry about my master and what he's doing. Everything that he does, you know?
From what I remember, they said that she had been wrapped up in a rug and her face was covered up. So how would she know that she had been strangled? How would this woman, and this just occurred to me, how would she know that she had been strangled? Just walking in, and based on the details that we had gotten, where Nancy's whole face was covered and, you know, she was wrapped up in a rug and duct taped and all this, how would she have been able to tell that she had been strangled? That's not making a lot of sense to me.
I didn't want to go down in the basement. For some reason, I just...
Okay, ma'am.
He might be... Oh, now there's more cops here, but those cops...
Ma'am, listen to me. What did the cops tell you to do? Did they tell you to go to the neighbor's house?
Yes.
Okay.
Now they came when I said everyone's been murdered, and they went in the house, and I said I looked in every room but the basement, and they went in the basement.
Which ironically was where Chris Benoit was. So she looks in every single room in that house except for work.
And now they haven't come back out.
Okay, listen to me. Listen, we have got contact with our cops. But if
they're okay?
Ma'am, our cops
they're okay.
They're okay.
But if they told you to go to the neighbor's house, you need to stay over there, okay?
No, I'm here. I'm right outside the Benoit's house. No, I mean, they just said stay here in the driveway. I just got nervous because they never came back out.
You have contact with your...
Are you, I mean, literally, I'm sorry, but are you stupid? You just said there were 2 dead bodies in the house. It's literally a crime scene. Oh, but they didn't come back out. No shit. It's a crime scene. They're investigating a crime, a murder. So this little stunt right here, it's bullshit. Y'all can tune on out. Tune on out. It's bullshit. If you don't, if you need help, don't hesitate asking for it. Not trying to offend you, but you seem like a disturbed person. If you need someone to guide you or be your friend, always give me a call. If you need someone to explain the facts for you, because that's how you people operate, is that you don't factually counter anything that's being said here. Instead, you just tell people to research CTE, and you don't even know what the founder of CTE, the whole reasoning he believes in it. You don't know and address the controversy of the medical examiner, Chris Sperry, and the fact that he's a corrupt motherfucker. You don't want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about the fact that, yet again, that it leaked out about Nancy being dead, of all places, from Stamford, Connecticut, five minutes from WWE headquarters. We don't want to sit here and talk about the fact that for 30 hours, 30 whole hours, nothing was said. When they got the text messages about the dogs are in the enclosed pool area from both Chris and Nancy's phone, for 30 hours you remain silent about that? Oh, coincidence, it's all just fucking coincidence. No, it's not. At some point, you have to admit, and I have talked to people who know people within the investigation that say it needs to be reopened, that it was very poorly done. A very, very poor investigation, and the people that did the investigation ought to be ashamed of themselves. You could hear clearly on this 911 call that they didn't even know how to handle 2 German Shepherds. What the hell makes you think they're going to know how to handle a crime scene? They allowed a person to go in that house and tamper with the crime scene. And the thing that also people don't want to address, there was a diary in the Benoit's house that somehow made its way outside into the trash can outside. How did that get there?
Phil Aston, Chris Benoit's physician, was being looked into as there was speculation he may have played a role in this incident. Medical records were seized during a raid on his office. Court affidavit stated Dr. Aston prescribed a 10-month supply of anabolic steroids to Chris every 3 to 4 weeks from May 2006 to May 2007. Aston later admitted in 2009 that he illegally prescribed drugs to patients without full examination and pleaded guilty to 175 counts against him.
And as far as the pain pills and stuff like that, it's prevalent because whenever there's an injury, there's a doctor that'll prescribe a pain pill in a way to take the pain away. And in our sport, there's a lot of pain and there's a lot of injuries.
Federal grand jury has indicted Dr. Aston on 7 counts of overprescribing painkillers and other drugs.
Dr. Phil Aston, a physician who was accused of illegally prescribing painkillers and other drugs to many patients, including pro wrestler Chris Benoit, has received a 10-year prison sentence.
While this ongoing investigation was happening, the public and media were still waiting on toxicology reports to be published, hoping this would shed more light on the situation and whether roid rage was a definitive reason for the double murder-suicide.
Steroids are found in the house again. He has a history of violence by his own wife's account. And steroid use can also cause depression and paranoia, and that can also lead people to do crazy things.
After a while, the toxicology reports were announced. Chris, Nancy, and Daniel were found to have Xanax within their system. However, Chris's wife had Xanax at therapeutic levels. Experts suggested that his 7-year-old son was intentionally given this drug to sedate him and then later died by suffocation.
Yeah, I usually do.
Yeah, okay, you're a fan. I mean,
yeah.
You know, I check the Mets sites all the time.
Yeah, and I have like no connection whatsoever to WWE.
Now, did they ask if he had a connection to WWE? Did they even ask that? Answering questions that aren't even asked, adding detail, talking too much. Nobody asked him if he had connections to WWE. So why the fuck would he say, I don't have connections to WWE? That sticks out as weird. That sticks out as someone, well, maybe you do because you only live 5 minutes from their headquarters. You're putting out information that no one should have known about Nancy being dead. No one should have known this. But you put that out there. Now you're saying, oh, I don't have connections. He did not ask you that. This is an interrogation. You answer the questions that are asked. So this kid is not very credible in my opinion.
Anything like
that. All right, do you ever post on their sites?
No.
No, okay. Do you post a lot to Wikipedia?
Like, not really.
Not really?
No.
Okay. I want you to try and remember what site you were at.
I'll try to find it, like...
Well, no, I don't want you to touch your computer now. Okay? When we're done, I'll come with you. I'll follow you over to the house so we can get it. I'll get you to sign a consent, and I'll give you a receipt for it, all right?
Okay.
So we can get a forensic examination done, all right? As I say, it won't hurt the computer.